I was just coming off my first #1 country single, a song I'd written with Keith Stegall called You Are the Love of My Life, when Keith called me and said that we needed to write a hit song for Mark Wills for his album, of which Mark had already recorded one of our songs. And I said, well, Keith, I don't really write hit songs. You know, I don't go out to try to write hit songs, I just write them. You know, I'm just not that kind of writer, I write from the heart. He said, stop your whining, get to Nassau as fast as you can. I got a condo for you at Compass Point. We'll just sit there with guitars and keyboards and just write all week. So I'm no idiot. I flew down to Nassau and we wrote for a week, and it was nothing but 2 guitars, 1 keyboard, and a little Sony tape recorder. And we wrote 6 songs in 6 days. And the interesting thing is the first 5 songs were okay, but there was nothing special about them. And the 6th day I came up in the morning and he had this hook. It was I Do Love You. It went, I do love you, da 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 da. And I could just tell by the music he had and by the vibe of the song, and just how I do hit, that it was a hit. A hit that just needed to be filled in. And I said, Keith, why are you springing your best idea on me on the last day of our writing trip? Is it because you didn't think I was good enough? You were testing me through the first 5 days? He said, don't be paranoid, Dan, I just came up with it this morning. But you have to have the lyric finished in 2 hours because I'm flying back to Nashville. Okay, so being the paranoid guy I am, I was afraid that if I didn't get the lyric finished in the 2 hours, he would take that song and give it to any one of 100 hit songwriters in Nashville. So I ran downstairs to the apartment I was staying at in Compass Point, panicked, had my little diva fit, sat down and wrote out all the lyrics because I was literally afraid that if I didn't nail the song, he was going to take it to someone else. So then I went back up to his apartment 2 hours later with the finished lyric, and he said, yeah, I think you nailed it, Dan. Then I went home, right into this same studio, and recorded the song, I Do Cherish You. Sent it to Keith, didn't hear anything for 2 weeks. I thought, oh my God, he hates the song, he hates the demo, he hates my voice. Finally got up the nerve to call him 3 weeks later. I said, Keith, what's going on? You don't like I Do Cherish You anymore? He said, not only do I like it, it's already a single for Mark Wills. It's going all the way to #1. So then the song went to #1 for Mark Wills, went to #3 for 90 Degrees, and was on the Notting Hill soundtrack, so another 15 million. And so when it was time for me to record I Do Cherish You on my album, I had the really nice problem of figuring out how do I make the song sound fresh? How do I not sound like Mark Wills over here, a great country singer, or 98 Degrees over here, this great boy band group? So we decided to do kind of a stripped down acoustic version, not unlike the stuff I listened to as a kid growing up. You know, Lightfoot, Jim Croce, James Taylor. It was all about the lyric, the chords, the melody. And that's how I Do Cherish You came out of my album, Intimate.
Your hand brushes mine, and 1,000 sensations seduce me 'cause I do